It's the new year, it's a new year. Actually, it's not a new year yet, but it will be in like 6 hours. Yeah. Hey there guys, this is Samantha, and today I have my December wrap up and my January TBR. That sounds weird to me because December and January, I know they're technically next to each other, but it's just the fact that they're actually I know my hair is very knotty and tangly, but I have yet to brush it, and it's very tangly, and ow, oh, that hurt a little bit. I actually do not have a what did she buy this time section of my video, because I don't actually think I bought anything other than books this month. Like, I'm amazed with myself. This is weird. So weird. Except food. Bought food. That was a thing. So let me just get on with what I read this month. I kicked my stand a little bit, so it might be a little bit different than before. I'm not really completely sure what order I read these books in, so I'm gonna try and do it in order, maybe? Ish. So the first book that I read this month was The Scepter of the Ancients by Derek Landy, and I did enjoy this book. It was not my favorite that I read this month, but I probably will continue with the series, but I don't know if I'm going to buy them. I may get them from the library. I don't know. It was a good book, and the dialogue was very amusing, and I really wish I would have discovered these when I was younger. The second-ish book that I read this month, I don't actually know what order I read these in, like I've said already, was The Merchant of Death by DJ McHale. And I really liked this book. I liked it a little bit more, not a little bit more, I liked this one more than The Scepter of the Ancients, and since they're about for the same age group, I kind of just grouped them together, and this was definitely my favorite out of the two. This one was just, it seemed like it was for an older crowd maybe, and I don't know, I liked the concept of this one a little bit more than the concept for the other one. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be continuing with this series, although I need a new copy of this book because I bought this one used. It's literally started falling apart while I was reading it. I had to super glue the pages back onto the freaking spine. I was so angry. Oh my god, it is so ghetto now. Jesus. The next book that I read this month in semi-order is The Body Finder by Kimberly Derting, and I really liked this book. It was different from anything I've ever read before. It's about a girl who can find dead bodies, whether they're of any type of animals really. And I have actually already bought all the books in the series so I can finish the series because I really enjoyed the concept of this book. Along with the concept, I actually really did like the storyline and all of that. It's just, I like how it combined the crime novel with something supernatural, because I'm a supernatural fantasy girl, yes. The next book that I read this month is The Demon Trapper's Daughter by Jana Oliver, and I will actually be doing a live show with Liz from City of YA Books and Whitney from Akio Books, and I will have a legit announcement, like video legit, at some point this week. It's not until the 11th of January, I believe, but I'll have all the deets in the video that I have announcing that. So yes, then you can hear all of my thoughts about this book then. I've actually already bought the books, all the books in this series too. The next book that I've read this month is my favorite book of the year. I've mentioned this quite a few times, but it is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, and I'm currently beginning the next book in the series. I loved this book so much. If you have not read this, at least give it a try. You may not like it as much as I did. I know I've heard a lot of people who didn't like it as much as they did, and so I'm not going to hype it up too much, but I really enjoyed this book. I just give it a try. Like I said, you may not like it, but it is definitely worth the try to see if you like it or not, because if you like it, you're gonna love it. Oh. The last two books that I read this month, I actually think it's funny because in my TBR from last month, I said that these were going to be one of the first books that I read this month. They actually ended up being the last two books that I read this month. They are The Serpent Sea and The Siren Depths by Martha Wells. And oh my gosh, these books. They are on my favorite shelves along with Mistborn. These books, you guys, are so good. I'm going to be posting a review of these very soon because I already finished the series. I just need to film, and I already have all my notes written down, so I know what I'm going to say. I just got to film them and edit them, and then it'll be up. So it'll probably be up maybe not Saturday because I have a bunch of videos I got to post, but sometime next week probably. But oh, look forward to this review. I love this book series so much. So that completes my wrap up from this month. Yes. So let's get on to my ginormous pile of TBR that I'm not even going to get to all of them. And I'm completely aware of this, but I'm sure as hell going to try. For my TBRs for the next couple of months, I think I'm going to try and have a few rules for my TBR. I think I'm going to finish a series, and I have 2 series that I want to finish this month. And another one is read a novel, just a novel, not a series or anything like that. So just a single novel, and I have a few of those. I think there's 3 of them. There's 3 of them in my TBR right now. And then another one is to start a series. So I only want to start one series at a time at each month, so I don't have a ginormous series collection that I need to finish, because I already did a bunch of those. I've read a lot of beginning series recently, so I'm going to try and only do one a month so I don't get obsessively buying a bunch of new series books. But yes, I'm actually going to try and show you guys the order in which I want to read these books, so you'll know which ones are going to be read first-ish, kind of. The first 2 books that I'm going to be reading this month should be no surprise to anybody because they are the second and third book by Brandon Sanderson of the Mistborn series, The Well of Ascension and The Hero of Ages. I say that I've started this already, but by started I mean I've stuck my bookmark into my first page. That's as far as I've gotten in this book so far because I literally just finished The Siren Depths, but I technically started it maybe a little bit. Oh no, I read this little line right here, I write these words in steel for anything not set in metal cannot be trusted. I read that when I first stuck my bookmark in there, so it counts. I started it. But the next book that I'm going to be reading is The Thorn of Denton Hill by Marshall Ryan oh crap, he told me how to say his name. Oh gosh. Maresca. Oh crap, he posted it. Oh, he showed me how to pronounce it and I don't remember. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. Okay. Marshall Ryan Maresca. I think that's how you said how to pronounce your name. I looked it up. I'm looking at the post right now and I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Maresca. But I am so excited to read this book. It looks like something that's gonna be right up my alley. I love magic. Magic is my favorite thing to read about, and all the reviews that I've seen, the whopping 5 that I've seen, are nothing but good, so I'm really excited to read this one. It's definitely going to be, well, not the second one, because technically the first 2 books I'm going to be reading 2 books, so it's definitely going to be the 3rd book that I read this month, and I will definitely have a review posted of this as well. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to read this book. The next one I'm going to be reading is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I was actually bullied into reading this. I was planning on reading it, but it wasn't going to be on my TBR for this month. But my friend read it already and she really wants to talk to me about it, so here you go, Kaylin. It's on my TBR. The next 2 books on my TBR, I've actually already read the first one, but I did not read the second one. It is The Assassin's Curse and then The Pirate's Wish by Cassandra Rose Clark. I've already read The Assassin's Curse, like I just said, but I'm so excited because this was on my top 5 of this year as well, so I'm expecting nothing but good things from the second book in the series, so excitement. The next book, yes, this is continuing to go. My TBR is growing. It is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alir Sayans. I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names, you guys. So like I said, been hearing nothing but good things about this book. I'm super excited, but I have heard from a few people that there really wasn't much of a plot, but it was still a really good book. That makes me nervous. but I'm still gonna give it a try because of all the good things that I've heard. But I'm excited. The next book, yes, the next book is called The Selection by Kira Cass, and don't really have anything to say about it. It was just on my TBR, so I grabbed it. Then my last book on my TBR is, it has been on my TBR for the last 3 months. It is The Anthology of the Zombies. I was supposed to read it last month, but I did not touch it. Well, this month technically, but I did not touch it at all. Like, literally, this is the first time that I've touched it all month. Because I just can't bring myself to read it. But I don't want to DNF it. But it's probably just going to sit on my TBR forever. Because I don't want to read it, but I don't want to DNF it. So, prepare to see this in every future TBR list. But that is all that I have for you guys today. I don't have much else to share with you guys, but expect an announcement video sometime probably in the next day or so, because I have a few things I want to announce for you guys. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, because I sure as hell love talking. I will see you guys next time.